Hello and welcome to the 6th edition of ET BFSI Converge 2025. We're on day 2 live from Mumbai. Today we are joined by Mr. Salee S Nair, MD and CEO at Tamilnad Mercantile Bank. Welcome to the event,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Nair.
Thank you.
So my first question, you've just walked out of a panel discussion. How has your experience been so far? And what do you think about the theme of this event, financing India's momentum, especially in the context of GDP at 8.2, inflation at its lowest, rupee touching its low of 90 against dollar, RBI cutting 25 basis points of repo rate?
I think it's always a pleasure to be here. I think I was here last time as well. I think a lot of insights you get by coming here. Not just insights, you also do a lot of networking. So thanks to ET for that. On the momentum itself, on the growth momentum, I think it's about sustaining the momentum. The country has ambitions, I think, to be a Vikasit Bharat, a $13 trillion economy by 2047, 22 years from today. And that's not going to happen by itself. Somebody has to finance it. And that's where the banks come in. That's where we are preparing ourselves for that financial momentum to ensure that the growth continues and is sustained. I think, and that's not a small job in itself. And that's, I think, at TMB we have taken it very, very seriously. Significant transformation, infusion of technology, wholesale transformation we are trying to do. And to prepare ourselves for this, leap forward, and we'll continue the journey and continue financing, particularly the MSME sector. I think that's where the growth is going to come for the country. If the country has to generate the manufacturing, take it to 25% of the GDP, get the employment in place, etc. That's the sector that's going to help out. So we are there. We are there in that. Your second part, you are talking about the rate cut. I think, yes, initially when we thought of a 0.5% cut, we didn't think that a 0.25% is going to come in December. But towards the end, once the inflation data came out, retail inflation at 25 basis, 0.25%, you start getting the feeling that there possibly could be a rate cut. I must confess that when we did the second quarter, we didn't have an inkling that this may happen. We thought it may happen the last quarter.
Yes.
The rate cut certainly impacts because, your half-year portfolio is priced in the repo-linked.
Yes.
And straight away you take a beating there. While on the other side, MCLR takes time. Not only that, your asset side, your liability side, repricing takes its own time. We are pretty strong on the 1 to 2 year bucket. So the repricing takes about 2-3 quarters for us. So on the asset side, straight away it impacts. On the liability side, to get the benefit of it, the repricing benefit of it takes time. So our own calculation showed that we will take a 7.5 basis hit in the net interest margin because if there is a 25 basis cut, you have a 7.5%. But that gets evened out over a 2-3 quarters. So immediate that would be there. So what we have also done to arrest it, we have also, we do have significantly, we have the gold loan portfolio which is I would say sensitive to per gram rate. It's a gold price or what LTV that you offer it.
Yes.
They are sensitive to that, not necessarily on the rate of interest. So in anticipating this, we have sort of increased it by 0.25% on the consumption loans. To some extent, we expect that to
Take off.
to weather the this hit of 7.5 basis high. So hopefully, I don't think we did have a net interest margin of 3.84. 3.8 to 3.9 is something we hope to defend this quarter and the next quarter.
Sure, sir. Thank you for sharing your insights on the margin fronts. I'll move to the RBI guidelines on the credit reporting. Earlier, it used to be on the fortnightly basis to the credit information companies.
Yeah.
Now that banks are dependent on CICs for their underwriting standards, RBI has decided to make it 4 times a month, which is going to be applicable from July onwards. I get 7-8 months to go about, but what is the preparation needed at your end?
I think as a consumer of CIC, I like this idea of getting into weekly because that gives us a a faster insight into it, a much more current understanding of his credit profile. But from a banker's perspective, pushing it on a quarterly basis, on a weekly basis, does impose a certain additional cost. But, I think this is something that we can take in our stride. I think they've given us a lead time of a few months to do it, and we'll be there. We'll certainly be completely aligned to that, and we're working on it. Yes, we'll be there.
Sure, sir. Thank you. I'll move on to my next question. MSME is one area where you said you want to be bullish on. Another bit of the question is you're also expanding beyond Tamil Nadu. 25% is current. Merging these two kind of questions, what is your overall outlook on the kind of loans you plan to disperse in the years to come? Where is the the focus in terms of disbursement and in terms of area expansion for you?
Currently, as we speak, 25% of our branches are outside the state of Tamil Nadu. You realize that Tamilnad Mercantile Bank is the Bank of Tamil Nadu. 75% branches are inside, but we want to expand our footprint, and that action is on. 160 odd branches we have outside the state of Tamil Nadu, which we intend to expand. Over a 3-year period, we are planning to take it to one third, about 30 to 33% from the current 25% is what our lookout is. We are looking at we don't want to just to get out of Tamil Nadu for the sake of it. So we are looking at growth areas. We are studying it. We are analyzing the centers. We are all kinds of databases. We are looking at to see where we can fit in. Our kind of a bank can fit in. That job is on, and we have identified already a few places. And in the remaining 4 months itself, we will be opening about 12 branches outside the state of Tamil Nadu.
So what regions are you focusing on?
I think we would be in you cut the India diagonally, right? Whatever comes on the south of it is where we are going to be, which is the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, the two Telugu states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, Karnataka, Kerala, apart from Tamil Nadu. That's where it is. That's where I think we will. We may not be looking at immediately in the next 3 years, north side of it, though we have some branches there, but we'll be strengthening, like I said, south of this particular diagonal I've drawn. Yes, I think the focus area, we are fairly strong on the gold loans. I think that will continue. We are getting right back into the MSME. There's a Mercantile Bank, very strong on the trade. We really, really want to get into MSME. So you would have noticed and you would have read a lot of action happening in TMB to push the MSME growth. I think we have put in place the business rule engine, constructed or by one of the top consultants in the country. We have put in place CMCs, the credit management centers, centralizing credit. We have just launched our LMS, loan management system, on the 27th of November, all aimed at MSME. So this is our strength, apart from the kind of service that we deliver, which the market says is the top notch. Where we lacked was the legacy systems that was pulling us down. That's completely being replaced by technology, the LMS, the loan management system. Like I said, the business rule engine, which will give you a credit decision within 30 minutes, all data-based. So I think that's a transformation we are engaged in. That's where we think that we can drive the growth with the kind of service that we offer. I think we will be back right in the market.
Sure, sir. Trade, MSMEs, it brings me to another question, which you might predict. It's US tariffs. Have you done any assessment on the MSME front? Because when you were planning to go bullish on MSMEs, and trade is another area where you focused on, what is the kind of impact you are seeing? What's the word you're hearing?
See, at the moment, our export credit per se in the overall credit portfolio is still limited, I think. And within that, 17% of it is actually focused on the US clients. Direct focus. I'm not talking about the indirect. That assessment is on. So from that perspective, the impact directly on us on the US tariff is very, very, very limited. But some of the sectors we are in, the textile sector, the shrimp processing sector, etc. We are noticing that there are issues, I think.
Okay.
Happily, the government has come out with a 20,000 crore scheme,
Yes.
to protect them. And we are right in it.
Moratorium.
One of the first to sign the MLI.
Okay.
We have already signed it. We have, as I speak, our 21 customers. We are in the process of getting their additional loan sanctioned, etc. So that I think is going to cushion the impact. Like I said, because thankfully our exposure in these areas were limited.
Yes.
I think we should survive it fairly
Sure.
in an acceptable way.
Sure, noted. So you've been an SBI veteran, and then you went on to Tamilnad Mercantile Bank after whatever happened. I'd like to understand what's your vision for TMB as you end FY26. Are there some targets you're planning to hit? And what is your long-term vision when you took over the helm? What is it that you envision for TMB?
Uh, I think I'll restrict myself to the short term initially. Long term will be price sensitive from that aspect. Sorry about that. But what we have done, what we have stated is the bank has been underperforming for some time, underperforming the market, and what we stated that we will get right back in, and we did, in the sense that in Q2 of this year. We said we'll align ourselves to the market. If you look at the numbers, the industry has grown at 10.94%. We did at 11.4%. After underperforming for the past 10 years, 2%, we are right back in. And this quarter, what we have said is, for this quarter, we will, Q3, we'll take it up at least 1%, the growth I'm saying.
Okay.
Right? So 11.4 to 1% up. The next quarter, we said we'll take it another 1%. And FY27, what we also told the street is, what we achieve on 31st of March, we will be 1 to 2% up over that.
Okay.
So I think that's where we will be, now thereafter, we will try and look at sustaining that. There will be ups and downs, but we will see whether we can sustain it. And you can do your maths and figure out where we'll be, right? Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing all those insights and your time, sir. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Stay tuned with ETBFSI for all the updates coming your way.